So, Prabhu, you just spoke about Krishna consciousness and how we need to become Krishna conscious to be happy. How can we serve genuinely if we still have material desires?
Yeah, so it's like let's say someone wants to become a cricketer or a football player or a chess player or anything for that matter. So in general, they would start at young, right? Like I'm 39 years old. Perhaps wouldn't make sense for me to now. I want to be a cricket player, international cricket player. Right? That doesn't make sense now. I just too old to start practicing and then become an international cricket player. I can perhaps play something like old people's cricket. Like eventually, like there is I don't know if there is something like that. I see sometimes like all the retired people, they play. So maybe I can become that. I can go and join them. But to excel, I need to start young, right? So that's one thing. However, now the principle of that is that you need to be able to invest time in a way that perhaps it's an austerity, but still you are doing it anyways. So if you ask any famous athlete for that matter, doesn't matter who they are, their principal effort is in training. If they have trained really well, they perform very well sometimes. Then perhaps may not perform really well sometimes, but it doesn't matter. They are not really shaken because they know my training is going really good, right? So as long as they are happy with their training schedules and the kind of trainings they are doing, usually all these great athletes are fine. Okay, there was a bad day, it's fine, no problem. Yeah, it was not the day it's supposed to be. So that principle need to be taken now. Okay, I was when I was 5 years old, let's say I didn't really start this process. That's okay. The principle of practice, let's adopt it now. What is the principle? The principle is that I will invest my time, even if it is a bit austere right now, I'll invest it. It may not seem very logical to me right now, but I understand the spiritual understandings behind the practices, how I need to be servant of Krishna. So I put my best effort. Yeah. I may or may not be the best of the singers or best of anything for that matter, but I'll give an attempt. Yeah. In serving Krishna, I'll put my best efforts. And in the beginning, this sort of, coming to the psychology of, I just want to serve is very difficult because Krishna also says in Gita, the material enjoyment is nectar in the beginning, it will be poison in the end, because no matter which avenue I'm exploring to become happy, sooner or later, there is a dead end. There is only head-on collision and we crash. It doesn't matter which avenue we're exploring. At the end, everything is taken away. So it's poison in the end. On the other hand, it says the spiritual practices, anything in which it's a bit austere, it's like poison in the beginning. Really, oh my God, why should I chant this mantra? One of our Acharya Rupa Goswami says when he chants Hare Krishna mantra, he feels like he needs to have thousands of mouths, thousands of ears. I don't feel anything like this, right? I feel like I just want to get done with this, and then I can do everything else. And so it's a very boring process for us because we have not really understood what is this mantra, not really have realization of this yet. But we have got some synopsis of what mantra can do. Maybe once in a while we get some really good taste about the mantra. So it may be a difficult process mostly it is difficult because of our own conditionings, as you also asked in the question, because there is still the propensity to enjoy ourselves, the desire to become happy ourselves. There is the whole anartha of I am the enjoyer. Krishna says in 16th chapter in the Asuri Bhava, in the Asuri Pravrutti, the person who is in Asuri Bhava thinks that, the verse says, Ishwaroham aham bhogi siddhoham balavan sukhi, that I am the controller, I am the enjoyer, I want to be happy. This is what is the constitutional thinking level of a person who is just failed with, Asuri Pravrutti. And that's what we are in general. So for that sort of mentality, you tell that no, you don't need to be happy in the sense that you are the enjoyer. You will become happy when you serve Krishna. It just doesn't sink in our brain because we have not lived our lives like this. We have lived a life in which the whole modern material push is there towards you are the enjoyer, you are the consumer, you control, you decide, you take care of your life. Everything is in your hands. That's how we are programmed. But that's not how it is. So no matter what, how much this is being propagated, eventually it will hit a roadblock. No, this is it, done. So sooner we realize that and understand that, yes, on a spiritual path, it's been a bit difficult now. I'm not able to experience it, but I'm not able to experience the nectar because of my conditionings. And I need to become purified. See, anything in life needs qualification, anything which is really good, right? Somebody wants to join MIT, for example, they need to have a qualification. Not somebody who is on the streets is just picked up from MIT, right? So you may ask, oh, why don't you pick everybody who is on the street and having no interest in studies and make them PhDs? But it doesn't make sense. So you need to have qualification. To get into Stanford, you need to have qualification. Anything which is prime in the world, you need to have qualification. Now, don't you think in spiritual life also then, to access this pot of ever-expanding ocean of bliss, I need to be qualified? And the qualification comes by me trying at least to become purified. I can't access this if I'm conditioned, filled with lust, anger, greed, envy, illusion. How can I get access into this? I can't. So, this is not to make someone guilty, not to make somebody that, oh, you're so fallen, right? You have no hopes in life. You're just so fallen. You will never improve. No. We should become enthusiastic. It's like a challenge, right? When I was a kid, I was really good at math. And if I would get a really complicated problem, I'd become really happy. Let's sit down. Let's solve this now. Right? I'd be like so happy, excited about, wow, it's so complicated. And then when you actually would solve it, I'd be like, wow, I did this, right? So at least this is how my psyche is, right? Like I like, okay, fine, I'm being challenged. So for me personally, it feels, oh, okay, there is a great challenge now. I need to address these problems of lust, anger, greed, envy, all these things. I need to cross over them. It's a great challenge. I'm up for it. I'm enthusiastic. I also understand that it's not just my own effort which can give rise to the solution of this. And so that's where bhakti becomes a path wherein it's not just your efforts, because ultimately it's in Krishna's hands. We serve Krishna to make Krishna happy. That's it. If I serve Krishna with the hope that I serve Krishna so that he clears all my blockages so that I can become happy, I'll never become happy. I serve Krishna to make Krishna happy. That's it. If that's the only equation, you'll become happy. But unfortunately, we are so intertwined thoughts in our mind. No, I want to become happy. How? By trying to become happy. That's how we think. But that's not how the equation is. If you serve Krishna, you'll become happy. That's it. So even on the path of spirituality, we need to really have this clear idea that I need to get rid of this foundational thing which is defining my existence now, that I want to become happy myself. That's not how we become happy. We'll become frustrated. Even with Krishna, we'll become frustrated. I want to become happy. because the center is me. If I get rid of this, I just want to please you, Krishna. It becomes very easy. And all the other thoughts also will be gone away then eventually in the process. Right now, I might have it all full. Doesn't matter. It's okay. I can cultivate sincere desire. I want to make Krishna happy. Just to please him. That's it. Okay? Hare Krishna.